Hi everybody, Pete Sartes back again for The Lawyer You Know. We have breaking news on the jury deliberations for the Elizabeth Holmes trial. As always, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're liking this series, please subscribe to our channel. And always, please leave me comments below so I know what it is that you're interested in. So with that, what's going on? We received news about 20 minutes ago that says that the jury is hung on 3 of the counts that they're deliberating on, which means they cannot come to a unanimous decision on those 3 counts. So what happened? The judge brought them back into the courtroom and they're actually discussing options as we speak. When we say options, there's a few things that can happen and that the court can do. I'm guessing the first thing the judge is going to do is he's going to give them a jury instruction, basically telling them how hard both sides have worked and how much time and energy has been expended in this trial, and to send them back to deliberations with a nudge, basically saying, look, you need to work it out and come to a resolution on the 3 remaining counts. That's my guess what the judge is going to do first. But if at some point the jury comes back after it's been like 42 hours of deliberations over the last 6 or 7 days, and they still cannot come to resolution on 3 of the counts, what happens? Well, here are some options. Number 1, the truth is they've come to a resolution and a unanimous verdict on 8 of the 11 charges already. So they can come back, the judge can publish the 8 resolved counts. Then what can happen? If the 3 counts that they're still hung up on, they can't resolve them, the judge can issue a mistrial on those 3 counts, at which point the government is really placed in a position to make a decision. Depending on what the verdict is on the counts that the jury has come to a unanimous decision on, the prosecution can make a decision to abandon the 3 charges, meaning dismiss them and be done, or they can ask the court to retry, in other words, do a new trial with a new jury on the 3 counts that remain. Now, why would the prosecution do this? Let me give you an example. Let's presume for a second that there is a conviction among the counts that the jury has deliberated on to unanimous verdict. If there is a unanimous verdict of guilty on one of those counts, the prosecution may make the strategic decision to dismiss the remaining counts that there are no verdicts on and just go forward on the count or counts of conviction. Meaning, if the jury comes back with 1 or more convictions, what the prosecution can do is argue relevant conduct, meaning when it comes down to sentencing, the prosecution can argue even though the counts that were mistried are still out there, the judge can consider that conduct in sentencing Elizabeth Holmes on whatever counts may have a conviction on them. Now, let's flip the script. If there are no counts of conviction, meaning that all of the counts that remain, the jury has determined she is not guilty, the prosecution can make a very different decision. They can elect to go forward on the 3 counts that are hung and retry Elizabeth Holmes on those counts only. Now realize, we have a rule called double jeopardy, which means you cannot be tried for the same offense twice. So for any counts where the jury has unanimously decided not guilty, the government cannot come back and retry Elizabeth Holmes on those. They're going to be tied to the 3 counts that they're hung on, and they can make a decision whether they want to go forward and retry that case. So what do you think is going to happen? Obviously, they've come to a resolution on 8 counts. Or what do you think? Is it guilty? Are they not guilty? Do you think there's a mix of both? And if so, what do you think is the time frame that we're going to wait to see if the jury can come to some resolution on the 3 remaining counts? My gut would be the judge is going to let them go today. Maybe they'll come back tomorrow with a clear mind and see if they can come to some resolution on those 3 counts. My gut says if come tomorrow afternoon they still are hung on those 3 counts, they'll come back before the court and tell Judge DeVille, look, we're hung on these 3 counts. At that point, I think the prosecutor and the defense are going to have a conference with the judge. And what I believe is going to happen, and again, this is what I would do, is the judge is going to publish the counts that have come to verdict, at which point a decision will get made. Either we're going to have a conviction within those counts and the prosecution is going to make a decision whether or not they want to continue fighting on counts that really may not make much of a difference at the end of the day, especially for sentencing purposes. Or if they're not guilty, I'm guessing the prosecution is going to want to come forward and retry those 3 counts and see if they can get a conviction. So interesting stuff, things that we don't see very often. We'll keep you posted as things happen. And again, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed the series, please subscribe. And as always, questions, comments down below. I need these so I can give you the information and the answers to questions that y'all are interested in. So I'll keep you posted.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our page and like our videos. If you want some interaction, get in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to know any more information about our firm or this page, you can find out in the description or visit tragoslaw.com. We post multiple times throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification and not miss out on the next episode.